What I'm facing right now. It is something that is called MDS. Sometimes treatment for cancer can lead to other serious medical issues, and that's what I'm facing.
Heartbreaking news for Good Morning America's Robin Roberts. Could it be true? For years, Robin has been a beacon of hope and strength for millions, sharing her journey with unwavering resilience. Recently, Robin opened up about a deeply emotional experience that has touched her and her loved ones. In this video, we'll find out what could shake this resilient woman to her core and how she is holding up. Robin's humble beginnings. Robin Roberts was born on November 23, 1960, in Pass Christian, Mississippi. He comes from a family that taught him values like faith, hard work, and sticking with things even when things get hard. As the youngest of 4 children, she often looked to her parents and brothers for help. Colonel Lawrence E. Roberts, one of the famous Tuskegee Airmen, was her father. He stressed the importance of being persistent and getting rid of negative ideas. In many interviews, Robin has said that her mother, Lucy Marion Roberts, taught her to be honest, humble, and caring, which would become important parts of her public image. Throughout high school, Robin did very well in both academics and sports, but basketball was her true strength. Because she was tough on the court, she got a scholarship to play Division I basketball and study marketing at Southeastern Louisiana University. Robin broke school records as an athlete and graduated as the 3rd highest scorer in the school's history, even though people told her early on that her height would limit her abilities. She became a journalist because she wanted to go against what people thought she should do. Robin's first job in television was as a sports anchor for WDM-TV in Mississippi. After that, she went to Tennessee and Georgia, where she slowly became known as a lively and knowledgeable sports reporter. In 1990, she had a big year when ESPN hired her as one of their hosts. Robin became famous at ESPN with the catchphrase, "Go on with your bad self," which showed how confident she was while still being friendly. When she covered events like the Olympics and the NCAA Final Four, she got her viewers involved so that each story was more than just reporting. Robin knew she was good at more than just sports, even though she did well at ESPN. In 1995, she started making rare appearances on Good Morning America, GMA, which gave more people a chance to see her. 10 years later, in 2005, Robin started working full-time at GMA. At first, she shared the news desk with Diane Sawyer and Charles Gibson. She was an important part of the team because she could handle everything from breaking news to touching personal stories. She went from writing about sports to hosting one of the most watched morning shows in the U.S. This was more than just a change in her job. It was also a change in how people connected with her. People liked how Robin was naturally able to be both serious and friendly. She wasn't just giving the news, she was sharing her experiences and generally making stories funnier and more relatable. Robin added a special energy to all of her shows, whether they were about inaugurations or cultural events like Beyoncé's surprise visits. Robin has been very honest, which is one of her best qualities. In 2007, she told everyone that she had been diagnosed with breast cancer. After 5 years, she told everyone that she had myelodysplastic syndrome, MDS, a rare blood disorder. Robin let people into her life, showing that she was vulnerable and brave, which made her relationship with them stronger. She didn't hide her struggles. Her sister Sally Ann was her donor, and she chose to record her bone marrow transplant out of respect for others and to spread the word about how important it is to be identified early and donate organs. In addition to Robin's health problems, her job at GMA has led to a number of well-known talks and stories. She has had coffee with regular people with interesting stories as well as presidents and Hollywood stars. Robin stays grounded even though she has won many Emmys and a Peabody Award. She often says that her parents gave her good values that helped her do well in life. Her relatability comes from both her work successes and her ability to show that she is human to her audience. A lot of people supported Robin when she introduced her partner Amber Lane to the public. This confirmed her role as a leader, using her position to promote love and acceptance. Robin Roberts has made a living that goes beyond news. She is now seen as a symbol of strength, a supporter of health awareness, and a trustworthy voice in American homes. From her childhood in a small town to her well-known appearance on national TV, Robin's life shows how important it is to be honest, work hard, and be brave enough to tell the world your truth. As Robin faced personal health struggles, her openness in sharing her battles became a beacon of strength for others. The health struggles that shaped her path. When Robin Roberts was told she had breast cancer in 2007, it changed both her personal life and her public job. In 2007, she began having health problems. She found a lump while self-examining. Instead of ignoring it, she went to the doctor right away. Even though her early-stage breast cancer gave her a good outlook, the road ahead still looked tough. Robin chose to be honest about her therapy. She talked about it on Good Morning America GMA, which inspired millions of people to put their health first. Robin didn't hold back when she talked about how surgery and drugs had changed her body. She went out on GMA without her famous hair, which was a strong statement of strength that struck a chord with viewers. Many people made appointments to see her often because she was open and honest, which shows how the frailty of a well-known person can raise public health awareness. In 2012, Robin's life took another big turn, just 5 years after she fought cancer. Myelodysplastic syndrome, MDS, a rare blood disorder that is sometimes called pre-leukemia, was found in her. This time, a lot more was at stake. They needed a bone marrow transfer, which is a tough and risky surgery. Once more, Robin took her audience on a journey by using her own fight as a lesson. She used simple language to explain the sickness and stress how important it is to donate bone marrow and sign up to be a donor. Robin's older sister, Sally Ann Roberts, played a big role in this part because she was the perfect transplant match. Sally Ann stepped forward right away to show how close the sisters are to each other. People connected to their story about family support, which shows how important it is to lean on loved ones when things are tough. Robin used her position to talk about how bone marrow donors can save lives. It was clear that she was grateful for her sister. It was hard on both the body and the mind to go through the surgery. Robin couldn't make it to GMA, and her co-workers and fans really missed her during that time. But her will never changes. With updates, she kept in touch with her fans and told them about her struggles and small wins. It was hailed as a victory of hope and strength when she finally came back to the show in 2013. Robin's honesty went beyond just writing down what happened to her. It also included advocating for others. She worked with organizations like Be the Match to get the word out about bone marrow donations, which led to a huge rise in entries. Her influence was so great that after her story aired, there was a clear rise in the number of people signing up to be donors. She turned her pain into a goal that would directly help other people who are going through similar problems. Robin also said that her mental strength was important for her medical path. She was honest about how her illnesses, such as times of doubt and nervousness, were affecting her emotions. The thing is, she always saw these problems as chances to grow and connect. Her faith had a big impact on how she saw things. It gave her peace and the drive to keep going. The huge response from the people to Robin's health problems. A lot of letters, emails, and social media posts came in from people who were moved by her story. They shared their own experiences with disease, which helped build a group of people who could support and inspire each other. Robin often said that these notes, which strengthened her connection with her fans, gave her strength when things were at their worst. People have talked about how important early detection and preventive care are because of her story. By being so open about her health problems, Robin got rid of stigmas and obstacles. She showed that being strong doesn't mean dodging problems. It means facing them head-on and finding ways to help others in the process. Robin's health problems have become a unique part of her memory, not because of the problems themselves, but because of how she dealt with them. She showed that even when things are hard, there is still a chance for good to happen by using her own pain as a platform for action and teaching. While Robin's health struggles shaped her advocacy, her wife Amber's fight has brought new emotional depths to their journey together. A new chapter. When Robin Roberts and Amber Lane found out that Amber had breast cancer in late 2021, it was a sad and close time in their relationship. They were shocked by Amber's diagnosis, which set off a fight that was hard on both of them physically and mentally. For Robin, who had had health problems in the past, it was a lesson of how life changes and how strong you need to be to deal with it. At the same time, though, as the carer this time, there were stress and mental costs. Amber's care was anything but easy. Early on in the treatment, she had problems because her body didn't respond well to the first doses. Because of the problems, her medical team had to change her treatment plan, which gave her both hope and doubt. This time was especially hard for Amber because she has to deal with the emotional effects of losses on top of the physical effects of her cancer treatment. Robin, on the other hand, made sure she gave her main support system the most attention while still working hard. Even though it was hard, Amber kept going with her radiation treatment and ended it in the middle of 2022. Robin was proud of this accomplishment and felt hopeful and appreciative. Robin shared the ups and downs of their journey because she wanted to connect with people and raise awareness about how cancer affects not only patients, but also their loved ones. A lot of the time she talked about how caring for others made her strong-willed, patient, and unable to be sad on the worst days. Robin felt terrible as she watched Amber fight such a hard battle. It made her think of her own health problems when she had breast cancer in 2007 and myelodysplastic syndrome, MDS, in 2012. Getting closer to each other during this time is one of the most moving parts of Robin and Amber's trip. Robin has been very open about how the experience made their relationship stronger and confirmed their partnership in ways they didn't expect. Robin had a lot of respect for Amber's grit and determination. She called her a warrior who overcame every problem with grace and willpower. A lot of people could connect to these feelings, which gave people going through similar problems hope and support. It was helpful for Robin that Amber had a strong network of family, friends, and allies who could help her through therapy. Robin needed to know what was going on, so she used social media to post updates and get ideas from the messages of support they got. Furthermore, she used her position to stress how important it is to be diagnosed early, see a doctor often, and ask for help when life's hardest situations arise. Robin's openness about Amber's path has inspired many others to put their health first and lean on their groups in times of trouble. The two also found comfort in small victories and everyday joys. Robin talked a lot about how important it is to record accomplishments, no matter how small. One big step forward was Amber's last day of radiation treatment, which was filled with heartfelt tweets and lots of love from their friends. Robin called it a turning point, a time when there was hope and the promise of better times to come. The event also led to conversations about the mental health and emotional costs of caring for others. Robin was honest about the times she felt useless, the nights she worried, and the drained emotions she felt when she saw a loved one suffer. She did say, though, that it's important to be open and honest, and that it's okay to ask for help when things are hard. This lesson hit home with her audience, many of whom shared their own stories of strength and caregiving. As Amber's health got better, they began to plan ahead. They announced that they were going to get married in 2023, which was a long-awaited step that Robin called a celebration of their love and strength. Fans praised their commitment and strength, so they were very happy and supportive of the news. Amber and Robin's wedding shows that they are still in love and that they have come through hard times together. Robin has given the lessons they've learned along this path a lot of thought. She talks about how important it is to enjoy every moment, be grateful even when things are hard, and hold on to hope no matter how bad things look. These ideas have made her stand out as an important and inspiring person who uses her status to educate and inspire others, making her mess her message. By changing her personal problems into powerful places for change, Robin showed that even the worst problems can have a transforming effect. When she beat cancer in public and then got a bone marrow transplant, she chose to tell her story to inspire other people. Robin did more than just stay alive. She used her fame to bring attention to problems that most people would ignore. She has done one of the most important things to make more people aware of how important it is to have bone marrow donors. She asked people to rethink what they could do to help save lives through open conversations and tireless campaigns. Her story really spoke to me, especially when she talked about how upsetting it was for her to find out that she was a match with a donor. It wasn't just about her. It was a wake-up call for tens of thousands of people who might not have thought about joining a bone marrow register before. A lot of people signed up because she was honest, which showed that her voice could bring about big changes. Some people answered. One story is about Sarah, a college student who listened to Robin on a drive around campus. Sarah said she had never thought about becoming a donor before Robin's words, but they really hit home for her. She did a great job making it look real. Sarah said, "It was her life, her fight, her message, not just statistics or a generic plea." Sarah signed up that day, and 2 years later she matched with a person who had cancer. That person now thanks Robin for being the unofficial hero who gave them a second chance at life. Robin's efforts went beyond getting people to sign up to donate. She began to speak up for people who were dealing with the lonely and hard parts of having cancer. She didn't share the dirty parts of her journey to get sympathy. Instead, she did it to make the fight more real and help other people take charge of their health. Many people agreed with her advice about how important it is to get regular tests and take care of your health. Take Tom, a middle-aged father of 2 who had been skipping his yearly checkup for years. He woke up when he heard Robin talk about her diagnosis and how early finding made a difference for her. Finally, Tom made an appointment, and doctors found a problem that could be fixed but could also be fatal. His letter to her afterward said, "Robin saved me, no doubt about it. Her bravery motivated me to stop discounting my own health." Her work went beyond her own personal goals. Robin worked with businesses to start national programs that raised knowledge about cancer, encouraged early detection, and offered support to people who were going through treatment. In other words, she did more than just offer her name. She organized events, raised money, and used her fame to give survivors a voice. The millions of dollars she raised go to important research projects and networks for patients and their families. Families who had lost loved ones were some of the most affected by Robin's efforts. A lot of people told us that reading her story made them want to set new goals. Instead of being sad, they used their anger to do something useful, like plan donor campaigns, raise money for cancer research, or just spread Robin's message in their own communities. Robin's power grew a lot because she was honest. She didn't try to hide the facts about the doubt, pain, and fear. She talked about them. But she also talked about happy, hopeful, and successful times. Her approachable and encouraging way of talking about things showed that being resilient doesn't mean you'll never have problems. Instead, it means refusing to let things define you. She also made people more aware of differences in healthcare, especially in bone marrow records where minority groups are underrepresented. When Robin talked to these groups directly, she talked about how hard it is for them to find matched donors. People worked hard to get more different kinds of donors because of her campaign, which could save many more lives in the future. In ways she never thought possible, her story got people to do things. A group of high school students started the Robin Challenge at their school, asking friends to sign up to be bone marrow donors and raise money for cancer research. After the fact, they wrote her a letter to thank her for starting the project. As Robin used her struggles to inspire others, the love and encouragement from her closest supporters kept her moving forward. The support systems. The people who have helped Robin have been truly amazing, with her wife Amber always at the center of it all. Amber has played a much bigger role in Robin's life than just being her loving partner. She has been her rock. During the hardest parts of treatment and recovery, Amber was there to offer a steady hand to hold, words of support, and an endless supply of love. Because they believe and respect each other, their relationship goes beyond just having fun together. Amber stayed by Robin's side when things were at their worst. The treatments were hard, the drugs made Robin tired, and the mental weight of it all was getting too much. Amber's commitment has a quiet power to it. She also made sure Robin was never alone in public, even when she was with her to comfort her. The quiet words they spoke behind closed doors and the way she handled tough situations, especially when cameras were rolling or Robin was the center of attention, made her support clear. Robin has been honest in talks about how important it was that Amber always believed in her. When Robin said, "Amber was my calm in the chaos," she meant that Amber kept things in check when it seemed like everything was going crazy around them. The things that Amber made sure Robin had were both physical and mental. The way the couple talks to each other shows that they are in a relationship based on equal support, knowing that neither of them could handle this on their own. The outpouring of support from her GMA friends was also very moving. Robin has always been close to her co-anchors and the staff, and her health problems made that closeness even clearer. The people on the GMA team have become like a second family, offering support and helping with everyday tasks. The GMA family was always there, taking care of little things behind the scenes or making people feel better. When Robin had to go away for treatment, her co-hosts stepped up and covered for her. They also gave her words of love and hope at every major turning point. It was clear that Robin had a personal relationship with her co-workers, not just business ties. Amazingly, Robin was able to keep a positive mood through it all, even when she was feeling her worst. She was able to do that not only because she was strong and driven, but also because the people close to her kept supporting her. Robin kept her mind on her recovery and the bigger picture thanks to the constant reassurance she got from Amber, her co-workers, and her friends. Robin often talked about how much the help meant to her and how she might not have made it without the love. Robin was able to connect with a group of people who were ready for big changes because she was well known. She wanted to make sure that her fight would help other people along the way, not just help her grow. And this is where her relationship with her fans became very important. They were not just watching, they were part of her journey. Robin often talked about how important it was for her story to help other people feel less alone in theirs. Fans not only helped make Robin's statement better, they also made sure that her voice was heard at GMA, even when she had to take time off. Robin's network was ready to help her so she could focus on her health without having to worry about her work responsibilities. During her time off, friends and co-workers sent her lots of messages wishing her a speedy recovery and looking forward to seeing her back at work when she was ready. The physical and mental help that Robin got from Amber, her fans, and the GMA family did more than just help her get better. Knowing that there were people around her who cared about her gave her the strength to deal with any problem. The words of support from her fans, the love from her boyfriend, and the dedication of her co-workers all helped her remember the people who were there for her. This group of